Well, when I looked at the comics, he was more kind of Donald Trump-esque, you know, cover of Forbes magazine, and I said, let's do less Donald Trump, more Elon Musk, more Steve Jobs. You know, the billionaire of today is a little different than the billionaire of yesterday, or the millionaire of yesterday. I think there's a time where you could be gruff and hard businessman, but I always think that you have more power in being charming. And, you know, if you can win people over, then that gives you the power. So I think that's the version that I think my character would be. It would be more George Clooney on GQ, less, you know, Donald Trump on the cover of Forbes, you know.
Yeah. And that feeds into his power really well.
Yeah, I mean, I remember saying to them, like, they say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to make people think he didn't exist. So if you can actually get in front of the public and be charming and be charismatic and have them love you, then you get the power. You know, when you go there and try to play powerful, it turns people off. You know, so I think but I also think his agenda in his mind is not evil. You know, I don't think he's somebody who wants to take over the world. I think that he's really wants to save the world. You know, I think he believes that humanity should save themselves. And if you start looking at it from his perspective, he's right. You know, these aliens are coming in, they're causing chaos. You know, Supergirl is just a magnet for trouble. They're blowing up, you know, destroying bridges and causing us to have to spend money to fix the damage. You know. That they leave behind, and if we didn't have any of them, we wouldn't, you know, we'd have less problems, you know. So I think if you look at it from that perspective, that's his perspective, and he thinks that humanity can save themselves, and and we don't need them, and I think there's a fascination for him with superheroes because in his mind, he's such a genius. He's like, if I can figure out how to harness that power, then we can use it. We're not stuck, you know, at their disposal. You know, if I can figure out a way to harness it and use it for humanity, then we're saving ourselves. You know. Luthor is bald. No, because Lex Luthor, I think, he's an evil genius. Okay. Lex Luthor wants to take over the world. Oh. You know, I mean, I think Maxwell Lord, he's a billionaire. He has power. He doesn't need to take over the world. His agenda is to try to figure out a way to save humanity from itself. Okay. You know, and so I don't think he's evil in the sense that Lex Luthor is. Okay. You know, and even in the comics, I don't think he's evil. I mean, he started Justice League. He just has mommy and daddy issues where he doesn't like people being more powerful than he is. So if he can figure out a way to harness that power, then he doesn't have to worry about somebody else. You know, I think he doesn't really like superheroes. You know, she's great. Callista's great. I think it's our tension is more like Dangerous Liaison's tension, where it's, you know, they might be adversaries, but they respect each other, and there's also a sexual tension there. They definitely have a history together, but it's kind of a playful kind of, you know, if they're gonna zing each other, it's playfully, you know. I hope that it's fun for the audience to watch them on screen. That's my hope, you know. I mean, there's been so many different versions, like Smallville, and, you know, I was actually excited because I have 3 daughters that they were actually redoing Supergirl, and I was like, I hope they get it right, you know, and I think that they are. I think that there's a mix of, like, it's a fun show that you could watch as an adult, but you could also watch it with your family. You could watch it with your kids. Like, there's stuff for everyone to enjoy, you know, and the action looks great, and every time I get a script, it's like reading a comic book. So it's really enjoyable. Like, I get a script and I sit down like a kid who just got a comic in the mail. And I remember getting these comic books in the mail. I'd be so excited. So when I get them, they're just, you know, chock full of fun. And I hope that's what the audience takes away is just having a good time. But there's also, like, you know, stuff in there that kids can take or people can take from too. I think it's great that there's a female that for my daughters to watch that they can look up to and is a strong character, you know.